Hello and welcome to Tommy Surfs. I'm Tommy, and today I'm going to do a review on a board I wasn't expecting to review. It is the Tur-Twin Pin by Jeff Doc Lausch, otherwise known as Surf Prescriptions. When we showed up to the beach today, it was pretty small and soft. So rather than ride my shortboard, my friend was nice enough to let me borrow his Tur-Twin Pin. Which I was very interested to try because it's so different. And let me tell you, what a surprise. Which is why the thumbnail is a WTF, because I think anyone who rides this board will have a WTF moment. So taking a look at the board, it appears to be a fun shape. So it's a longer board, at least the one I'm riding, because my friend's a little bit bigger than I am, and I'm not really sure what size you're supposed to ride this in, because I looked on the website and it comes, it goes all the way down to 5'8" and then way past 7 foot. So it is somewhat of a rounded nose, rounded tail, and as you can see, it's a dedicated twin and it has 4 channels. I didn't have a straight edge, so I couldn't check out the contour, but from the looks of it, it looked like a double concave from end to end. Overall, the rails are full. Tapered in the back, and it's a you could tell it's a very forgiving rail. Even though the nose looks really rounded, it's got a little bit of a point to it. It just depends on which side you're looking at it from. So from the top it looks pointier, from the bottom it looks rounded because of the rocker. It's got a little flip in the nose in the rocker so you don't dig rail, but this particular one is 6'8", 21 inches wide by 3 inches thick, 44.78 liters. So this is 6'8", and if you've seen my Seaside and Beyond review, that is also a 6'8". So it'll be interesting to compare the two. So now before we begin the actual surfing portion of it, I wanted to apologize for my solo shot. I don't know if it's because of the update or because of the overcast, but it literally does this the entire time. Focus, out of focus, etc. First 3 waves, they were kind of soft, so it was just a matter of getting used to it. And I was kind of surfing it forward, thinking that that's how I had to surf it because it's a twin fin. And I found out rather quickly that you actually have to be behind the 2 fins. So I started putting my foot back all the way on the tail pad, on the kick. And then it started to become a little bit more controllable. In general, it surfs paddles way better than my Sea-Ax. So if you haven't seen that review, the Sea-Ax is 7'6", 52 liters. This is 6'8", 44 liters, and this thing got into waves much easier. I hardly had to paddle. It almost felt like I was on a wave storm, but it wasn't sticky, so the rails are really forgiving, and I could kind of go rail to rail, and surprisingly, I was trying to tic-tac it and doing okay with that. And at that length, I was really, really surprised. But see, down there trying to tic-tac it through the flats. Overall, I can't tell you how surprised I was. This thing was working really well. When I come off the bottom, a lot of drive on the toe side. And my buddy even said it, on a backside cutback, you'll feel drive and holding the speed. And here, this is my first backside wave. And I think I'm doing pretty good for a 6'8". I was super surprised. So watch the Seaside Beyond review, watch the Sea-Ax review, and you tell me, compare and tell me what you think. Given the paddle power of the 6'8", 44 liters, and the maneuverability of the twin and the drive of the toe side turn, and then also maybe because of the rounded pin, the ease of the backside turns, like I said, WTF. It literally kind of blows all my ideas of what I thought, a good board was. And yeah, I'm just so surprised by it. For all those who have said, asked, what's a good intermediate board? I think if you buy this board bigger, it's a great board because you can grow into it. Because as you can see, I don't know about you guys, but I thought that was 2 good turns and nice off the lip at the end. And yeah, I was just looking at the camera because I was, like I said, that was my WTF moment. I was like, wow. And I don't think this is stock. I think it's actually custom because my friend, he's a really good surfer. So on top of that, he's kind of a bigger guy. So he probably wanted shorter length, but a little bit more volume. So the only negative I can draw on this board, or I could even, say this board has for me personally was the fact that it's 44 liters and I couldn't duck dive it. So on a bigger day, consistent day, I'd probably have a really tough time getting out. So maybe like either the stock 6.8, which I think comes in at about 38 liters, or like a 6.6 or a 6.5 that comes in at about 35 to 36 liters would probably be perfect for me. So I wish I could review a board of that size, but given my surf budget is blown, I can't. But I'm so glad I got to try this board and I get to do a review on it. I hope you guys go to the other reviews, the Beyond as well as the Sea-Ax, and maybe even the Foamy, because just to get you a perspective of how I surf a bigger board. If you're a beginner, intermediate guy, if you're a beginner, just go bigger. If you're intermediate, just try to size right, and bigger is probably a little bit better. Or either shorter, go custom, shorter, a little bit thicker, wider, right? Just to get the volume. But aside from that, the rocker's perfect. The flip in the nose, in fact, there was a wave where I came off the top and I thought I was going to poke the nose, but it held up. I think the nose touch, because of the flip in the nose, it brought me right out and I was able to make the next bottom turn. I actually love the board and I wish I could afford to get one. But one thing, Doc, if you watch this, I personally think you should call it the WTF or Wild Twin Fin or something. I believe that's going to be everyone's initial reaction to this board is WTF. Like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you thought of my surfing relative to the other longer boards. All right, thanks.